Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a pick a card reading for you guys for January, and I did it a little differently this time. I decided that I wanted to do 6 cards in each reading, 6 tarot cards, and we have some oracle cards here as well. But I wanted the tarot cards, 3 of the first cards that came out, I wanted to be energy you need to release going into the new year, and the next 3, or the next set of 3 that come out, I wanted to be your current energies going into the new year. So I thought it would be a really fun way to do it. I have 3 ornaments here, which are super exciting because Christmas, obviously the season's over, but these are such beautiful ornaments, and I thought each of them, I'm going to talk about a little bit about their meanings when I get into your pick a card or what they mean to me. So we have pile number 1, we have this beautiful silver star. Pile number 2, we have a golden sun, and pile number 3, we have a snowflake. So the timestamps are going to be in the description below, so you guys can take a breath and really focus on your intuition, focus on which pile is calling to you. Take some deep breaths, and you can pause the video if you need to. I hope you guys have such a great January. Remember, these are general readings. You can change anything you want. You have free will. This is just some words of encouragement and advice for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started here with pile number 1. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose the star, this reading is for you. I love this silver star. It kind of reminds me of dreaming. To me, it kind of means being rewarded for your hard work. So yeah, it's a really pretty message, and the star always reminds me of nighttime, so your intuition may be heightened in January. So that's beautiful. Let's look. I'm going to try to leave this where we can still kind of see it. We'll leave it right there. So let's take a look at your tarot cards first. We're going to put your oracle cards off to the side for now. There we go. So the first 3 cards, like I said, are going to be energies you may need to release coming January because it is a new year. So we have the 6 of Pentacles here. We have the Hanged Muse or the Hangman. And we have the Devil. I'm going to put these so you guys can see them. Okay. And then over here, might need to move the star out of the way for the time being, we have the 8 of Materials, or the 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Materials, and we also have the King of Materials. Wow. I'm just going to try to put this so you guys can see all of this stuff. Beautiful stuff we got going for you guys, pile number 1. So first, let's talk about the energies you may need to release. Now, for you guys, I was actually, when all of these cards came out, the message was super clear to me. I think that you guys maybe just have had a hard time balancing yourself. Maybe there has been a lack of balance, a lack of structure to your life. I was also getting the messages that you could be attached to something. It could be a person. It could be a habit, something that you feel that you need to release. And for this group, I kind of got the vibe that a lot of you guys may already know what this is, or you have noticed that you've been in a state of struggling, because with the Hanged Man energy here, it's kind of like the energy of thinking and the energy of kind of being and reflecting. So I feel like you guys may already know that you've been in a certain type of hard energy. This situation just needs you to release yourself of maybe the lack of motivation or the lack of inspiration that's going on. I'm also getting the message of codependency, or another message that's kind of strong here, and it could be for some of you it may not be, but I kind of see that you guys may have had a lot of dreams lately about something, a lot of, it's funny because we had the star over here, but maybe you've been dreaming about something in your life, or you've been wanting something in your life, and it's kind of come to you in the form of dreams. And I just get that energy because over here we have a lot of pentacle energy, which is kind of, it's kind of balancing your dreams and making them into a reality in the material world. But this is beautiful, and we'll talk about this more in a second. But yeah, you may have just been dreaming about something and kind of feeling like, oh, well, this isn't going to come true, or I really, really want something, but I'm just letting myself get distracted. And in that energy, you could also find yourself, because you may feel distracted or you may feel down about yourself, you could feel that you want these things, but instead you're kind of letting negative energy, with the devil here, you're kind of letting that negative energy and that negative mindset control you. So maybe instead of going after what you want or going after your dreams, you're kind of like stuck in this phase of, well, I don't think I can do it, or maybe instead of working on my dreams and instead of putting the effort that needs to be towards them, maybe I'm just doing things to distract myself. Maybe I'm just going out, or I'm just kind of distracting myself in any way that I can in terms of what I want in this world or what I want in this life. And it's definitely, don't take this as a bad thing at all. I don't think this is a bad energy. I think we all kind of have the habit of getting stuck and kind of just feeling that lack of inspiration, that lack of balance. And it could be, like I said before, it could be codependency. It could be that you feel like a little belittled, you feel a little lack of self-worth right now, or just lack of self-love, and that's allowing you to be in that energy of like, well, I can't attain my goals, or I'm just kind of doing whatever I want for instant gratification right now because I don't think that I can put in the work for something long term. But what I see here is you guys, you're incredible, because looking into the future energies, we have a whole when I pulled these cards, I was kind of taken aback by this, and I was really excited about this pile, because for these 3 cards I asked the question of what are the present energies moving into 2021, and kind of where your mindset maybe needs to be or is currently. And I wanted to pull 3 cards, and literally we got all Pentacles energy. And this was just incredible to me. The 8 of Pentacles can talk about becoming a master at your craft, really focusing on all the key elements in a project to make it whole. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, or the Ace of Materials in this deck, but that's just, she's super abundant. The Ace of Pentacles, I'm gonna hold this up because it's a really pretty card, but she is just in this super abundant energy with the flowers and her crown, and it's a lot of earth energy. It's a lot of stable moving energy, and I think that's another really beautiful thing for you guys, is that all of this Pentacles energy and all this earth energy, especially when reading tarot, can be indication of a very stable moving energy. Earth energy may not be the quickest moving energy, but it is the most stable. As you see this girl walking into this beautiful horizon here, it is the most stable moving energy that will bring to fruition what you want. And the fact that when I pulled these cards, I got the feeling that you guys just may be a little unbalanced, or you need to release some of that lack of structure in your life for your goals and your dreams. You guys will have all of the tools either now or coming January to put that life and all your dreams to fruition. This is such a beautiful, I've rarely gotten readings where it's like all Pentacles energy like this, and it's also clear. And the fact that it is the 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is kind of like everything coming into fruition, kind of just being very on task. Leadership energy, you guys may be leaders moving into 2021. It's really awesome. It's like a really stable energy, and I'm also kind of getting that you guys are extremely intelligent and you're extremely well versed in your craft, or you're going to be, or this is your current energy now. So this could also be talking about kind of not knowing where to start or not knowing how to get to this stable energy, but I know you guys have the answers, and I know you guys will. If this message is for you, another thing maybe that you could do is just find little steps to start. I know, I feel like I say that a lot, especially in readings, because it is a message that I feel very strongly about, but starting small. I think a lot of times when you're in that energy of like, you have that lack of motivation and you just are like, ugh, like I don't want to do anything today. Starting small is always a great way to go, and kind of realizing that when you start small, you will cultivate new energy and you will cultivate that new plan for your future. That's like a big message that I'm getting. So this can also talk a lot about dreaming about something. Like, again, we've had the star, dreaming and having all of these dreams and kind of making moves to do it in a reality. I've been learning a lot about this, and I've literally been watching, I don't know if you guys like Jim Carrey, but he talks about this a lot, as like manifestation and kind of taking the steps you need to take in order to get your dreams into reality. Because manifestation is obviously about attracting abundance and attracting, trying to think as if you already have it in your hands, already have your dreams. But a lot of times I think that people don't understand that manifestation is also about putting some plans into action. And this Pentacles energy here just lets me know that you will be taking steps, or you want to take steps to put it in action. And sometimes we have to take those steps in the material world. I mean, obviously we can dream a lot, and that's a beautiful thing that we can dream about our wants and desires, but we also kind of have to it's a little reminder, a soft, gentle reminder that we have to take those steps into a new energy and into the world, the material world as it is. And we need to take those steps to really, it's kind of like, it reminds me of like building blocks. Like, you need to take a time out to reassess what you want in the material world, how to get there. I've actually been doing this a lot lately, is like kind of taking a time out, because your dreams sometimes seem so far away, or what you really want, or it's not really what you want to be doing at this current second, but kind of laying out a path, defining a path of like, this is what I can do in the current moment, and maybe I won't want to do this forever. Maybe I won't want this job forever. But this is what I can do in the current moment while I work on my passions on the side, or while I work on my dreams, and I can attain anything I want. And kind of knowing, I also saw this quote the other day that was so beautiful, but it was talking about like, never associate a job or anything you do for somebody else or for a corporation as your own success. Kind of understand it as you are your own individual person. You have your own individual journey, and no one can define that for you. You are the only one that can define that for yourself. Your success is not based off of a company. Your success is not based off of school. You have your own journey, whether it's spiritual, career-wise, all these things you want to do. And that is your journey, and that is your personal thing. And anything you do in terms of short-term jobs or anything like that is only going to add more tools to your tool belt, boost your confidence, and overall shape you into this all doing, all knowing type of human being that's just chasing after their goals. But never let a job or anything define your success, if you get what I mean by that. Like, never just be like, oh, well, I have this job, so like that's who I am or what I'm doing. Never let that define yourself, because you have your own journey. And kind of the quote was saying like, define yourself as a soul purpose, because each of us have a soul purpose. it doesn't, just because you have a job for 2 years doesn't mean you can't leave or you're tied down to that, so this talks a lot about that too, is making those realistic plans in order to benefit. This also is talking a lot about financial gains, financial wealth. I mean, to have this many pentacles all together like this, especially the ace and the king, is just crazy to me. So for you guys, this is talking about the material world, and obviously that is a component of it. Money, financial gains. You might be particularly very lucky in January with finances and wealth and stuff like that, because I really see that. Also, this card kind of reminds me of the Eight of Pentacles kind of reminds me of multiple sources of income. So maybe you guys, and I do get that sense that you guys are intelligent. So maybe you guys, even though you have a job or want a job, you're kind of looking into other things too. It could be real estate, it could be stocks, it could be anything like that, but you're kind of looking into multiple paths for yourself. And I think that's a very intelligent thing, and that obviously will bring you a lot of financial abundance and financial prosperity. So that's really beautiful. I'm really excited for you guys. These messages are just really clear to me and kind of very straightforward. But that is a good thing. So let's see. Your oracle card. I was so excited when this came out. We have the ant spirit. Time to collaborate. Now, I love this deck in general. I love the spirit animals deck, but this card I thought was funny because you're group number 1, and number 1 pops out for the ant spirit, and all this pentacles energy here, and we have ant spirit, time to collaborate. So this could be talking a lot about putting, like we were kind of saying, putting a realistic plan together, putting things together for the future, collaborating with your peers, collaborating with a mentor. If you feel a little lonely or stuck right now, it may be good to reach out to collaborate with other people or collaborate with other resources. And it kind of also lets me know that you guys are very, very powerful in the way that you obviously can manifest and do everything you want for your own abundance. But this is also kind of a message, like when you collaborate, you can learn a lot, and you guys can even become more powerful. I mean, even if whether you're an introvert, extrovert, we all need collaboration time once in a while, and it sparks new ideas for us. And it could just be, learning online, learning new information online. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. It could mean online resources. Obviously, it's during COVID. But maybe you guys are also teaching yourself something new. I mean, there's so much information out there on YouTube, online, that if you want to learn something new, you can do it. Just like how I was talking about with the multiple sources of income. Like if you want to learn the stock market, for example, you can go easily do that, and you can be pretty good at it, just from your online resources. So that's also kind of what it means. It's a beautiful message. It's time to build, it's time to create, it's time to stay focused and believe in yourself, and that's kind of what the ant spirit is really saying. It's about hard work, dedication, because ants are extremely hard workers. So that's a really beautiful message. We'll just put it right there. Next, you have time to go, and that is going to form a little bit of a glare. I'm sorry about that. Time to go. We're going to try to put it up here. And a change in the wind. Now, these cards, I love these cards as well. These cards are really special for your reading when they came out, because they all kind of, it just all went together so beautifully and so perfectly. A time to go. So this could be meaning, like when we talked about energy you need to release. It's time to release it. It's time. It's that new year energy. We just had a full moon. It's just time to go. It's time to go down a new path. It's time to look for success elsewhere. It's time to put all of your dreams into a reality and take the necessary steps. And I know sometimes it's hard because it is COVID, and I think we all get so far in our heads and kind of get unmotivated, and just like it's hard. It's really hard, especially during COVID and everything that's going on right now, to find motivation, to find the strength to do things new with your life, to find the strength to even sometimes it's hard, and we can get into those we can get into those habits of just being lazy and, not doing stuff. And that's okay. Self-care. I am literally the biggest, biggest advocator of self-care. Like, that is okay, but it is time, and that's what this card is really saying to me. It's time for you. It's your time. And something tells me also, if you're not feeling motivated right now, or you are kind of feeling a little down in the dumps, like, the energy is coming to you to do this, because I feel like cards like this never come out, or messages like this never come out unless there's a means to get them. So hopefully the new year will bring you guys some new energy, some new light, and just new motivation to really go after what you want. So that's a really beautiful card. And then we have a change in the wind, which they kind of relate to each other, I feel like. But this card, I've always loved this card. This card actually came out in the previous reading I did as well. But this card kind of just talks about the natural change and kind of like the give and take of the universe. To me, that's what it symbolizes. And always, if you guys ever want to comment and put your own interpretations, I love to hear about it. I love to hear how you interpret all the cards that are coming out for you, because it's your personal reading. Whatever these mean to you is super important. So I'd love to hear that as well. But this kind of, to me, just means like a change in the wind. The wind, obviously, in life, we can't control it, but it gives, it takes. There's a natural cycle of the wind. So it's kind of just a reminder to be aware that whatever the universe is taking, nothing happens by accident. You can't have the good without the bad. There's always change coming. So if you do feel a little stuck lately, or a little unmotivated, like in that energy, lack of structure to your life, it's a give and take. The winds will come and they'll go sometimes, and it's kind of just like the message that you need to just understand there's always a fine balance in the universe. It always gives and it always takes. However, I feel like this change in the wind, because you were stuck in a certain type of energy before 2021, it's kind of just letting me know that it will change for the better. It will turn. I love this like tower. It has the north-south symbol on top, and it has a moon on top too, which is really interesting. But it's a beautiful card, and this tower kind of, I just feel like on top of this zebra, like it'll just like turn. Like, that's the vibes I get from this card, that it turns a new direction. And I feel like you guys are really headed in a new direction in January. So this is a really beautiful card. We have one more card for you guys. We have I surrender to a power greater than me. That's so beautiful. That's kind of what we were just talking about with a change in the wind, is like the universe will give and take. You kind of just have to surrender and know that everything's going to be okay. I know that sometimes we struggle with that, or we think that, oh, nothing good is coming, or like, I can't do this anymore, that kind of energy. But this is kind of just letting me know that as long as you surrender and you have faith, you will succeed. And the Pentacles energy in your guys' reading, like I said, is just crazy. And I don't think I've ever had a reading where like this type of energy comes out, this many pentacles, and the type of pentacles that the cards are. It's just insane. So you guys just have to have faith that this is coming. Abundance is coming. Financial success is coming in the material world. You just have to materialize it. You just have to have the motivation to change the wind, to get on your feet again, and it'll all come to you. Also, I really love the butterfly. The butterfly to me is always a very special symbol, a very special animal in nature. But the butterfly can symbolize like your angels, your spirit guides, someone's watching over you. But if you want to look up the meaning of a butterfly, or the spiritual meaning of a butterfly, go for it. I was gonna take a look at your numbers quick as well. We have 1, 2, and I know the ant spirit is 1, so maybe looking up 11 numbers that they symbolize. Number 1, this number especially. But yeah, and then I will pull you guys, because this is fun, my little heart-shaped box. So my heart-shaped box, I love to write in my free time. And what I did was I just wrote you guys, we'll put your star right there for the end of the video. What I did in my free time was I just wrote little messages, little quotes, little affirmations in this heart-shaped box. And I just think it's such a cute way to end a reading, knowing that you guys are loved. The universe is here for you. There's so much faith coming. So this reading was really fun. Let's see. Okay, you guys, 2 came out, so I'm going to take it. Whenever I'm shuffling or whenever I'm reading cards, whatever comes out, comes out. That's kind of my method of doing things. I think that if I only want 1 message and 2 come out, then it's just meant to be. So let's see. It's okay to stand up for yourself. Ooh, that's a really nice message. Yeah, maybe in like your lack of motivation or this new Pentacles energy that you're going to go into, maybe you do kind of need to be a little bit of a boss man or boss woman, and stand up for yourself sometimes. We love that. That's a lot about self-love, self-realizations, and kind of just setting boundaries for yourself. Give yourself space to reflect before making decisions. This one has been coming out so much. It's crazy. This energy about reflecting has come out in so many of my readings. It's kind of insane. But yeah, give yourselves time and space to reflect before making decisions. And I think you guys, because we have the Hanged Man and because we have that energy, you guys will find that balance. There is that lack of structure right now, and you kind of have just been hanging out, but like I said, those realizations you have during this time, and by releasing that energy, you will move into this positive energy. So I just wanted to personally thank anyone who chose pile number 1. This has been such a fun reading for me. I feel like sometimes when I'm reading, I learn something new, but thank you so much. This was such an exciting pile, and I can't wait to see, and tell me in the comments if this resonates with you guys. But I hope you guys have such a great, beautiful, peaceful January, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hi, group number 2. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day wherever you are, whenever you're seeing this. I'm super excited about this reading. Like I said, the first 3 tarot cards I picked today are going to be talking about energy you may need to release moving into January, and the next 3 cards are going to be talking about present energies currently that you're feeling or moving into January, and kind of get a guide from that and words of encouragement. So yeah, I'm super excited about this reading. You guys chose the sun, which is such a pretty ornament. So when I think of sun, I kind of think a lot about growth, seeing things from a new perspective, bright light, new energy coming in, realizations. So yeah, we're gonna try to keep the sun out for you guys as best as we can. In group number 1, we had a little bit of a struggle with space, but we're going to try to keep the sun out, and let's get right into it. So we're going to do your tarot cards first. And remember, the first 3 cards are going to be energies you need to release. Oh, we're going to put these to the side for now. But yeah, the first 3 cards are going to be energies you need to release. And the second set of 3 cards are going to be current energies. So for energies you may need to release, we have the Queen of Inspiration. We have the Page of Inspiration, and we have the Fool. And then for current energies, we are going to have to move the sun out of the way, unfortunately. We have the 8 of Swords, or the 8 of Voices, Justice, and the 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of Materials. Wow. So immediately, I just want to say that your past energies are kind of funny, and not funny in like this is not a serious reading, but just funny, meaning that you guys don't have that much to release. From the other groups, I was getting that there was a lot more to be released, or maybe heavier messages. For you guys, I feel like it's a little more of a lighthearted message, so I just want to put that out there, because I feel like with you guys may have had a lot of ideas, and maybe it's kind of what I'm getting from what needs to be released. It's kind of like a scattered creative energy with the Fool here. So it could be an energy where you've had a ton of ideas and maybe you've had trouble picking one or trouble sticking to a certain idea. Maybe you've been feeling really inspired, and the first word that's coming to mind, and I don't mean this in a harsh way, but maybe you could be feeling a little scattered up in your head, or a little just kind of unsure of what steps to take. I get the sense that you guys have had either multiple ideas or multiple passion projects, and you're like, I don't know where to go. If this is college, it's definitely like maybe you're having trouble choosing a major, or you're just having trouble choosing a direction, because these energies are just about a free-spirited person who could see themselves going multiple directions in life. And you don't have to be in college. If you're graduated, it could mean a project that you're working on, a hobby that you're doing, or it could mean career. You're kind of like scattered and don't really know what to do, or you could see yourself doing a bunch of things with your future, but you don't really know where to start. Maybe it could also mean that one week you really love something and then get bored really easily, and then the next week you're like, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. But yeah, it's a beautiful energy still, because you guys are clearly very creative people. You guys have a lot of ideas, a lot of sparks of energy, a lot of just passion for what you do. Because you're so creative, you tend to get bored. So maybe you end up working on something and you're like, okay, I could pass, like on to the next project. So yeah, or maybe there are things that you're passionate about. This could also mean like there are things that you're passionate about that you just have a hard time sticking to. I know an example for myself, and I do like giving examples just from myself, just to put things into perspective for you guys. But an example for myself is like, I love writing. I have an Instagram account where I write poetry. I love it. I love it so much. I'm so passionate about it. I have so many ideas for it. But there are just those days and those weeks where like I will not write for like 2 weeks. I get kind of like that writer's block, creative block. I don't feel inspired. I don't feel passionate about it as much. And then like a week later, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I have such a great idea. So it could also mean that like maybe there's something that you do, whether it is in your line of work currently or a passion you have on the side. Maybe it is that energy of like, oh, well, I need to I need to just focus more or whatever. And a message I am getting for that too, just like my writing example, is sometimes you can't force creativity and you can't force that stuff. So kind of taking a time out, maybe taking a little break, realigning yourself with your core beliefs and your values. Taking a time out is sometimes one of the better things to do, especially for creativity, because once your mind falls silent, once you give your time space to heal and sort of those energies, you will eventually gain inspiration again, or you won't feel as scattered or unorganized. Another thing that could help is probably setting an intention for yourself, or setting goals, writing things down, setting goals on paper. But yeah, you guys, it's funny because I feel like you have a really explosive creative energy. I mean, the Page of Inspiration, the Queen of Inspiration, or the Page of Wands, Queen of Wands, is beautiful energy. It's very creative energy. And the Fool, it could also mean maybe you tried taking a risk and it didn't work out the way you had hoped. Maybe you want to leave that kind of energy in 2020. Maybe you went on a business venture or did something and it's not really what you thought it was. And maybe you feel a little scattered about that. Maybe you're a little confused, or like, why didn't this work out for me, or what's going to happen? So yeah, that could also be another meaning. But overall, yeah, it's pretty lighthearted, or at least I feel that way. It could resonate with people differently. It could be something a little heavier, like I said, maybe taking that risk and not ending up where you hope to be. Maybe it could also just be talking about 2020 more as a whole, more of like external factors. Like, no one really thought that when 2020 happened, we would be getting the coronavirus and all this stuff was going to happen. So it could also just be maybe the year just wasn't as you thought it was overall. So it is kind of like a more lighthearted energy. I'm kind of also just like vibing with this energy right now. Like, I feel you guys. Like, I feel like it's something that, like I said, if it is external factors, it's something that a lot of people are going through right now. So I definitely resonate with this energy as well. But I think it's just all about, getting ourselves back together, picking up the missing pieces of the puzzle, feeling a little less scattered and less trapped. And then, like I said, we can move in to the present energies, which this is fun. So you guys have the 8 of Swords, Justice, and the 10 of Materials or Pentacles. So the 8 of Swords kind of lets me know that this is like more in your head, or you've been feeling a little trapped, like I was saying before, or feel a little, scattered, just not knowing what to do. I kind of think of this card as like she's looking up with a blindfold on, but there's multiple streams of light, there's multiple illusions. She doesn't really know which direction to take. She's scared, maybe, possibly. It could also mean anxieties, fears, all that kind of stuff. So, and the blindfold kind of symbolizes that it's self-inflicted. So this is positive in the essence that you are going to be stepping out of this energy, and that's what it means to me, especially because it came out with the Justice card. So you will be getting justice for this weird way of feeling, or this scattered energy that's going on. You will get justice, and I think you guys will really be able to choose a direction, choose a path. For you guys, I am getting more of like in your own life, your own passions, very individual energy. I'm not really getting that this relates so much to other people, how you've been feeling. I feel like this is definitely a more personal thing, more personal energy that you've been feeling kind of stuck and lost a little bit and down. But the Justice card, these two right next to each other, is a beautiful message, because you will have justice for this way of feeling, and you will take that blindfold off, and you will start to feel better. So that is a beautiful, beautiful message. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles here, which is such a beautiful card. So this card is all about celebration, embracing one another. You could be meeting new friends in 2021. You could be meeting new colleagues, new work partners, or in January. I'm sorry, excuse me. I keep thinking this is a new year, so it could be overall for the year, but this reading is more focused on January. But in the coming months, you may meet someone, you may celebrate more. Yes, maybe it's just you're feeling more grateful, more fruitful, more thankful for things. But this tree is beautiful. We have everyone holding hands around it, and then the tree is blooming and everything is blossoming. So for you guys, I really feel that whatever all of this stuff that needs to be released is, I always kind of take like the last card that comes out as a very powerful one. And I feel like this, being that it came out for you guys in your reading, especially the last card, was super special and super powerful, because you guys will be fruitful in anything you do. And I am getting that it is centered around more career or passion, or kind of just like maybe your soul feels a little lost. And when I say that, I kind of mean to say that maybe you feel just a little directionless. Like sometimes we feel that energy when, even if we do have things that we love and we're surrounded by people we love, sometimes internally we can still feel a little directionless. So maybe that's another thing that it was saying. But you will have that new kick of inspiration and that new energy moving into January, which is so beautiful. Another thing, the Fool energy, it's talking about, it's related to the planet Mars, Aries. So you could be dealing with an Aries. It doesn't have to be, you could be an Aries. And Justice is huge Libra energy. So you could also be dealing with a Libra, or you yourself could be a Libra. You may meet a new friend that's a Libra. So that's exciting and fun. So let's get into some of your oracle cards here. So I was so happy and so excited that these cards came out for you. So we're looking at the Animal Spirit oracle cards. We have the Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation, And we have the brown bear spirit, take time out. So these messages are so beautiful. We have the numbers 6 and 9 in case those mean anything to you. That's funny because it's 69, but maybe those numbers individually mean something to you. I always say if you do see numbers in a reading, it might be, if you like numerology and stuff, it might be nice to just look those numbers up, see if they have any meanings for you, any other hidden meanings. But the beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. So this card is just kind of talking about being stable, building a solid foundation. Not, and obviously the beaver is an extremely hard worker. Coming out of that scattered energy and understanding that in order to get past that, you do need a solid foundation. I think like sometimes we forget that too, is like, change doesn't really start, or change doesn't really begin if we don't know where to start, or where to start building, or where to lay our foundation. So I think Beaver Spirit, it's such a beautiful card for you guys, especially. I think when it came out, when I was assessing the energy of your cards and I was shuffling, I shuffle off camera for sake of time, but shuffling is really important to me, and taking whichever cards come out, because I think that everything happens for a reason, and I think the messages are just so powerful. And the fact that after I assessed all these energies and got the feeling that you guys were feeling a little stuck, this card, Lay a Solid Foundation, is just such a beautiful card to come out. And then of course we have the Bear Spirit, is Take Time Out, and that's kind of what we were talking about. This card is so beautiful. The blues in this card, so pretty. But the Brown Bear Spirit, this card has actually never came out for me before, which is weird because I've worked with these cards a lot. But take time out, that's literally what we were talking about with kind of like reassessing your position. The justice will be served. Taking time out is kind of when you get your best ideas or your biggest inspiration. So take a break. You can't be going and going and going all the time. Take a break to reassess what direction you want to go. And then once you assume that position, or you assume that that's what you want to do, here we have the Beaver Spirit to lay the solid foundation. So these cards to me are screaming practicality there. It could also just be like a message of like making sure you are being practical in a time where maybe you don't feel like you need to be, or maybe you are just naturally a creative spirit. And it's a little hard for you to be practical, because I am getting, with this scattered brain energy, I am getting a lot of creativity. You guys are very powerful in that way. I think you guys have a lot of creative bursts, creative energy, and creative doesn't necessarily have to mean arts. It could mean in anything you do, but you guys are just your brains are very active. You have very intelligent energy. So what the brown bear is saying here is, take a time out. We can't be going all the time. We can't have all these ideas in our heads and, not really take time to ourselves, because then those ideas start to become scattered and maybe we start losing motivation. We start losing all that stuff. So the brown bear, I'm kind of thinking about like hibernation too. Maybe it's kind of saying like, go in hibernation for a little bit. You can't, maybe because you're so scattered, taking a break will really maybe bring you a new idea. Maybe it's the answer you actually need, is that you're so scattered right now and you're just like a busy bee and your brain is on overload and you don't really know which direction to take. Maybe you do just need to take a break. And that'll be the answer for some of you. Not all of you, but some of you. Either way, taking time out is never a bad thing. It's a very healthy thing. So that is a beautiful card. And then let's look at, and you guys, by the way, we're the only pile, I believe so, that had 2 animals come out. I was shuffling, and like I said, I always just shuffle however the cards come out. I tend to take them, and this was really powerful in that sense, because I don't think any other pile had 2 come out, but you guys immediately had 2 that came out, and these I feel like are so related to each other too, especially in terms of your reading today. So whoever this pile is for, I'd love to hear in the comments, the energy, what you think about it. But it was really powerful to me, and that makes me feel like there's someone out there that needs to hear this, and that makes me feel really good. So yeah, it's very special that 2 animals came out for you. And I love the animal spirit cards. So next we have the next oracle message we have for you guys is all that glitters. So this card is very interesting to me. I thought it was very ironic with this group because we have the sun, and we have obviously the sun out of all my ornaments was the only gold one, and we had a gold message come out for you. So maybe looking up colors too, maybe looking up the color gold and kind of what that signifies for you. But this message is beautiful. When I first saw it, I immediately thought positive. I was like, wow, like all this gold, all these gifts, all this fruition, all this energy that's coming to them, you know, and I really felt a very positive vibe from it. And then I actually was researching it a little more and reading deeper into it. And it was really powerful, the meaning. Not that it was any less meaningful than the original meaning, I thought, but I am going to say kind of all the meanings surrounding this card. So however it resonates with you, you can take it however it does. But so, like I said, the first meaning is just kind of your dreams becoming a material world reality. Gold obviously symbolizes wealth, prosperity, all that kind of stuff. But when I looked into it, it kind of was talking about learning to see underneath the mask, as in things don't always look as they appear on the outside. So in that sense, it could kind of be a little caution message, as in beware of like the people around you, beware of people's intentions, look underneath the mask. And maybe I feel like we had a card, or I feel like we had the Justice, yeah. Kind of like that, you know, being a little, I don't know a right word for it, but kind of just discerning, like be a little more discerning with the people you surround yourself with. Make sure you look underneath the mask of people, see their true intentions. Not everything that glitters is gold. It's kind of like that message of like, you know, just because something looks great or things look great doesn't mean they are. It could also be talking a lot about like social media, like just because other people's lives look amazing and you only post the happiest parts of your life on social media does not mean that they are, you know. Not everything that glitters is gold. Not everything that looks like it has financial prosperity, or not like anything in the material world that you see that you perceive to have value doesn't mean that it always does. So it could also mean that, which I thought was a very cool message and a very powerful message that I didn't really think of. So that was really exciting. And it also, the other message it has is that you will experience a shiny moment if you stick to what you know, which I thought was also kind of interesting. And that kind of reminded me of this scattered energy. Like, you will experience your shine and your glowing moment, and like the, oh, I did it, I feel accomplished moment if you stick to what you know and if you persevere through all that scattered energy, kind of like not really knowing what to do. But whatever you're good at and whatever you know you're good at, sticking to it will bring you success and will bring you prosperity. I think that's another message that it's kind of saying is like, believe in yourself. Maybe when you take that time out, the bear spirit, take that time out to evaluate what you are really passionate about and what you are really good at. I know for me personally, like, this is just another example, but there's things that you major in and learn in school and do all that kind of stuff, but then there's things that you just have natural talents at and you're naturally good at, and maybe you want to start a new passion project or do something like that. So we all have those things that just because, you know, you go to school for it doesn't mean you necessarily know it super well. But I feel like people in general all have those inner instincts of like, you know what you're really good at. You know what you're good at because A, it brings you happiness, and B, when you do it, you just really shine. Like you're just happy, you're glowing, you have that energy where you're just unstoppable. So it could also be talking about that. Just when you take your time out, your little hibernation, kind of do a little bit of self-analyzing. say like, what am I really good at? What could I really focus on or start right now that would bring me, that I think people would enjoy or I think people would like, what could I do to move forward with my future? What could I start that would be fulfilling to me and that I know I'm good at, or that I know I can be good at because I just want to know everything there is about that specific topic. If you're good at art, but maybe have been doubting yourself, no, like paint a little more, experience art a little more because you know you're good at it. You know deep down it brings you satisfaction, and that's just an example. But yeah, so it could be talking about that. And the other meaning it had was resisting temptation to be jealous. And that's kind of like what we were talking about before, but kind of resisting that temptation to look at the world and think that they have everything when I don't. Like I said before, not all that glitters is gold. Just because people look like they have abundance and look like they have wealth does not mean everything is going their way or going the right way. So, just not to be jealous of other people, not to be jealous of other people's financial status or their progress in life, because you are on your own individual journey and that journey was specifically made for you and you have a path, and just kind of remembering that. So this card is just very interesting and very beautiful to me. I love that card. I'm glad it came out. And then our last oracle card we have is I honor how I want to feel. And this is just a beautiful card to end on because I feel like for you guys, like I said, when you're kind of just taking that break and reassessing your wants and your needs as a person, when you're doing this beaver spirit, laying a solid foundation, honor how you want to feel. And that's kind of what I was talking about too, with finding out what you're passionate about, finding out what lights you up, thinking about what you're good at in life, because life's too short. So however, like listening to your emotions, however you want to feel is what you should be doing. If you do something and it makes you happy, you're probably good at it and you'll probably get even better at doing that, or that's something you'll probably want to do. So that's a very powerful message of honoring how you want to feel, honoring how you feel in the moment, and just really, really sticking to that, honoring your emotions, honoring your intuition, honoring everything that has to do with how a situation makes you feel. That's very important and very powerful. So the last thing we're going to do is, I did this in my last video, we are going to pick out of this heart-shaped box here. I told pile number 1 that I really love to write. I think I mentioned it in this video as well, but I just wrote some affirmations and quotes that we can pick from, and I think it's just such a cute way to end a video. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Give yourself some you time. That's weird. That's funny. Literally the bear spirit. I think that literally just speaks for itself, but giving yourself some relaxation time, giving yourself some space, and you guys, like I said before, chose the sun. So this has been such a beautiful reading. I've been so excited about this pile, and I'm looking forward to how you guys resonated with it. Leave a comment down below if it did. But thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hi, group number 3. So for you guys, you guys chose the snowflake, and I'll tell you what that means to me in a second. But I just wanted to let you know that for your tarot reading today, I did 3 cards, and the first 3 cards that came out are energies you need to release. And the next set of 3 cards are energies, your current energies, present energies going into the month of January. So I'm super excited for this reading. So the snowflake here, or you could look at it as like it's snow or a snowflake in general, but I actually did some research on this because I kind of wanted to know the meaning of a snowflake or snow in general, And snow is obviously like little ice crystals, which they're super beautiful. But snow brings a lot of clarity. And I looked this up. All symbols of water are symbols of knowledge and about kind of digging underneath, getting to the bottom of something. So that's really beautiful. If you guys want to look even deeper into it, you guys or I encourage you to look up the meaning of snow or the snowflake. But I just thought this was such a beautiful, I don't know why, but this snowflake and feeling the need to just go do some more research on it, I really connected to it today. So I just thought I'd let you guys know, and we will put that to the side. We might need to for room to have the cards, but I'll try to keep the snowflake in view as much as possible. Okay, so group number 3, let's start out with your tarot messages. We're going to put your oracle cards to the side for now. So the first 3, like I said again, are energies you may need to release. So we have the Hermit, we have the Priestess, and we have the King of Swords. So I hope you guys can see. All these cards are beautiful, so like I tried my best to make them in view. Maybe we can put these 2 up here and this one at the bottom. And then for your current energies or energies heading into January, we have the 3 of Inspiration, 3 of Wands, 8 of Emotions, 8 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. So this energy, right off the bat, I want to say that your pile was really beautiful and kind of more focused on the energies that I was picking up is kind of more focused on like your heart, could be your heart chakra, all of your emotions, kind of more like love popped out to me in this reading. So this is kind of could be more centered around your relationships, your love. If that resonates with you, then I'm glad, and I hope you keep watching. If it doesn't, maybe trying to pick one of the other piles and seeing if those energies resonate with you more. But yeah, I just wanted to say off the bat, this group really resonated with love, relationships, that kind of stuff. And none of the other groups really did. So this is, if you chose this pile, this message may be for you. So for the energies we need to release here, I get a strong sense that you guys may feel lonely. Lonely is like a huge message I'm getting, that you guys maybe personally have felt lonely, maybe in terms of your family life, in terms of your friends, maybe you feel lonely, or maybe you feel like you're kind of going on this like solo journey right now, which is okay, but I mean, everyone needs someone and everyone needs people, but there's a really big sense that you feel alone here, because with the High Priestess, I feel like you've kind of been on this solo journey, and you are such a great person, such a beautiful person. I'm really getting that vibe. The High Priestess is easily one of my favorite cards in the tarot. But you guys are really kind of taking your time out, taking time to practice your intuition, and you're kind of just, by yourself. And I feel like you have a very stable feminine energy, which is a good thing. But yeah, maybe you may be a little emotional about this situation. Maybe you are emotional about being alone. Maybe you miss someone. Maybe there's that energy, that needs to be released or will be released coming January, and that's a really good sign. But yeah, I do feel this heavy energy right now of just, heartbreak, kind of like loss. It could also, for some of you, it could be a lonely journey or a lonely time in your life. For others of you, it could mean that someone possibly broke your heart. You had a situation with a friend or a lover or something, and you felt a little heartbroken. And I think ending on the King of Swords energy is maybe you felt like you've needed to be direct and honest with people, or avoid your own problems, or avoiding other people, because you felt this way, because you felt lonely, or you felt scared or judged for something. For a lot of you, it could be heartbreak energy. For others of you, it could be feeling like the material world or things are just fake. I'm getting that message as well. Feeling that some people are fake, maybe feeling that some people were dishonest with you, because I feel like this energy you've had of kind of, you're protecting your own energy, you're being wary of who you let into your life. And that only happens, that King of Swords protection, direct, honest energy only kind of happens when you are feeling, lonely. And I mean, in this reading in specific, with the cards that came out, with the Hermit card that came out. So I am getting that heavy message of loneliness or despair. Maybe you feel like things are fake. Maybe you've had a situation of heartbreak with a particular person. And like I said, you guys are kind of the only group that I've really felt that. So maybe this message is for somebody in specific. But moving into your present energies, something beautiful has happened. So we have the Three of Inspiration, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups. So this, to me, the Three of Inspiration, or the Three of Wands, is one of my favorite cards. And the reason it is because I just feel like it's beginning a new chapter, beginning a new cycle, kind of releasing yourself of lonely energy. And it could also mean, this card, I love how it came out with the Two of Cups, because this talks a lot about relationships and a love interest, which I'll get into that more in a second, but that may also come into your life in January. But the Three of Wands is talking about rejuvenating yourself, rejuvenating your energy. I love this card with like the domino pieces, and they're all in alignment, and they're all just flowing in her dress, and she's spinning, and she's just making it happen for herself. So this energy is kind of like, even though you felt kind of in this maybe self-pity, emotional, lonely energy, you could be feeling this way right now, or you will in the beginning of January, but it's a very like freeing yourself energy, breaking free of yourself, your own emotions, especially when we have Two Cups cards right after it. You're starting something new. You're starting a new energy. You're turning a new leaf. You're saying, this isn't going to keep me down forever. I may have felt a little disappointed in people. I may have felt heartbroken. I may have felt heavy from the world. I sense that you guys are huge empaths. Whoever picked this pile is definitely an empath. I feel like you guys get drained very easily. You may feel just like the world is heavy right now. Things are heavy. But this is talking a lot about just gaining your power back, being an empath, but also understanding, there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time to feel down. There's a time to mourn. But there is a time for rejuvenation, and there's a time for yourself. So yeah, I'm getting that a lot. And even assessing my own energy right now, it does feel a little heavy, a little bit of a somber energy. And I just want you guys to know that from my heart to yours, that everything always gets better. There are cycles of life. So if you have been going through something, don't worry. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. The universe gives and takes. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling like a heavy energy. There could have been a loss of some sort. Even like there could have been a loss of person where you kind of guarded your heart. This card for some reason is speaking to me in weird ways, but I get the message that you feel a little cold right now, or your past energy or energies you may need to release is that cold heart. You've put up walls to protect your heart right now. You've put up a lot of protection. You're wary about who to interact with and what to do. And something or someone, no matter what it was, something hurt you. And it's definitely that kind of energy, But you guys, this is beautiful. you will realize your own power. And this card is a lot about independence to me too. So, and I just wanted to make that clear because I feel like with the Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups, the Eight of Cups is talking a lot about healing. And I think you will heal. I think you will heal from whatever has been going on in your life. And this is an independent form of healing. You are doing what it takes. You are allowing love into your life. You're bringing love into your life. You're letting it happen for you. It's kind of also that energy of like, everything happens for me, not to me. You know, the universe, even though there's loss and there's sadness, that is also accompanied by beautiful moments and happiness and love. So the bad is always accompanied by the good. So you're kind of, when you start to heal, you may start realizing like, this happened for a reason. This happened for me rather than to me. This happened because I'm going in a new direction, because I see things more clearly. And we had the snowflake before, and I said that the first thing intuitively, when I see a snowflake, I see clarity. When I see snow, I see white, you know, and white is just such a beautiful, peaceful color. It could also signify that you are being divinely guided, or you have your angels looking out for you. But it's just like, snow reminds me of just like peace and clarity, because snowflakes are see-through and they're transparent, and snow can even be transparent. So that's kind of like what I see for you guys, is that you will heal and you will see more things more clearly. You will understand that this happened for you, not to you, because greater things are coming. And then, and I apologize if that seemed a little heavy. Like I said, it is a general reading. If you resonate, great. But if you don't, then that's perfectly okay. But this card is what got me so excited. And I say this, but I truly mean it when I say that I think that the last card that comes out in readings sometimes is so powerful, especially with this one, especially assessing things that you need to release and current energies. I just feel like this card for you guys coming out was just like incredible. There's someone coming into your life. Like I said, this card can mean twin flame, can mean soulmate connection, it can mean friends, it can mean partnership in any sense of the word, however you want to perceive it. But love and just togetherness and being one is coming into your life. You are finding peace. And I think because you guys are so empathic and you have that natural nature, that this person in your life will bring you so much joy. And it could mean you're meeting someone new, or it could mean someone, if you're already in a relationship or something, that this person will kind of be the key. Like I said, you could be, I don't mean to make it so just one way or another. You could be single or you could be in a relationship, but either way, that this card is kind of saying like, whether you are single, if you're single, someone might come into your life, but if you're in a relationship, this person might just be the key to your peace. You're also going on this independent journey, which is why that was important for me to say, because you're doing a lot of healing yourself, and you should be very proud of yourself for that. But there also is going to be a person to help you along the way. If you are in a relationship, you could just be deepening your emotional bond, having more intimate moments, creating a new romance, a new energy in your relationship, a new energy in your life. But if you are single, you may be meeting someone, and that's so exciting. But I definitely think that this card is going to bring you something new. And I think emotionally, you're going to feel very fulfilled in January. And that is such a beautiful way to end the tarot cards here on the Two of Cups. And I thought it was just such a beautiful message, and I am getting that there will be a lot of love coming into your life, and you're creating some of that love for yourself. You guys have this very independent energy, and it's very beautiful, but love is also, there's also someone coming into you, and maybe they will also steer you in a new direction. It's always just so exciting when the Two of Cups comes out, because it could mean so many different things, and that person could bring so many new adventures into your life. So let's take a look at your oracle cards here. Okay, so here we have the Flamingo Spirit for your animal spirit. Such a beautiful card. I literally love this deck and I love the cards, but Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. And now this card, when it came out for you, I literally got the chills because this card for this pile, I think it has such a beautiful meaning behind it, the Flamingo Spirit, embracing the in-between, because I feel like for you guys, like I said, you guys are empaths, and you might be very lonely right now and in this weird energy and feeling a little stuck or feeling a little without loss or without love. And maybe you are in this in-between energy where you want better things to start happening, or you want to meet somebody, or you're just in this in-between. And the Flamingo Spirit is talking a lot about, I'm so sorry if my stomach is growling, because it kind of is, and if you hear it, but sorry. The Flamingo Spirit is talking a lot about embracing the now. So even if you are in an in-between energy, or you feel a little hopeless, or you feel a little lost, love is coming. It's very clear to me here that the Two of Cups, you guys are going to be so fortunate in January. And I think the energy you're already possessing is beautiful. I also kind of like to read tarot in the present, because I think you have the ability to change your own future, and you have the ability to be a free spirit and to take back your power. But this is just telling you that the current energies you're holding right now are very powerful and will lead you to love in your life. And that's what's so beautiful about it. So yeah, I think the Flamingo Spirit is just telling you to embrace the now, live in the now, take some deep breaths, take some time for self-care. We all need it. But clarity will come. And the in-between is a good way to put it, because it's saying there is always that in-between phase. The past, there's the past, and there's the present, and there's the future. There's always new things to look forward to. And I think we can forget that stuff sometimes as well, that there's always new coming. Never think of the now as permanent, or never think of the now as, oh, I can't do anything to change it, or nothing good is going to happen to me. No, the now is in between. There was the past and there's the present. I mean, there's the past, the present, and the future, and living more in the present and embracing the present will bring you more love in the future. I also kind of get the vibe of like, the more you embrace the present and the more you're grateful for the in-between moments and those small moments in between, the more you can cultivate the energy for the future. I feel like the future is kind of written based off of current energies we have, and embracing all the current energies. If that means you need to feel things, go for it. Feel things, assess your feelings. I always say that, the worst thing you can do is not let yourself feel things, not letting yourself cry, not letting yourself heal. So you guys need to heal. Letting yourself heal is very important, understanding that, but embrace that, embrace the present. If you need to cry, if you need to mourn, if anything is happening right now that you need, go for it, because you need to embrace the now in order to create, like I said, those new energies for the future. Because once we deal with our present emotions, it is so much easier for our future selves to be more balanced and be healed from things. We always have to heal, and the in-between might be healing. It might be lonely, it might be boring in a sense, but that's okay. And because we have to embrace that factor of it, because the future is always coming. There's always something to look forward to. And that, you guys, your next oracle cards are so beautiful. So beautiful. And I literally, again, was ecstatic when these ones came out. So we have New Life and we have Happy. Wow. I just feel that this pile is like very powerful. I even feel myself getting a little emotional at times with this pile. I'm connected to you guys. I'm here for you guys. I'm reaching out right now virtually. But you guys are coming into a new life. You're coming into a new life, and you are going to be happy. And there's new coming, and that's, I think, the big theme of this. There's love coming. It's just overwhelmingly positive, like the shift in energy and like the things that will happen to you in January. You will start to feel better. You will have that newfound energy within your soul, within your spirit, and you will just simply be happy. I love this card because it's literally just self-explanatory. Happy, happy. You're just happy. And, you know, you don't have to explain it. You will take on that happy energy in January, and you will feel refreshed and you will feel new. And this is such a beautiful card with like the light beaming off of her. And here on Happy Happy, we have this beautiful rainbow aura kind of surrounding her, and she has the star. So that's very beautiful. Maybe looking up kind of like the significance of a rainbow, because I know a rainbow has a very beautiful significance. It's just letting you know that, you know, your angels are here for you. Everything is happening for a reason. It's supposed to be a really bright message. And she seems to be a fairy here, so I don't know if that has any significance to you, or the numbers may have significance, 39 or 26, if you want to look those up. But this is such a beautiful message, and I'm so happy for you guys. It was incredible that, because I felt like a very heavy emotional energy here, that, like I said, the cards that ended up coming out were so overwhelmingly positive, and we're bringing to fruition everything that I felt intuitively too. So I'd love to know what you guys think, if you resonate with these specific cards, if they have specific meanings to you. I always love to hear that. And we have one more oracle card for you guys. Okay, sorry you guys, I had a little interruption there, so sorry if the video cut, but your last oracle card is Oneness is My True Nature. And this is just so powerful to me because like I said, I feel like whoever is watching this is empaths, and I feel like you feel one when you are connected with other people and other souls, or it could also be nature, you know, like, but you feeling one and you feeling whole is definitely, as it's saying, your true nature. So you love to be loved, you love feeling loved, you love feeling complete. Maybe you could be a relationship person, or maybe it could just mean that you love having a tight inner circle of friends, or a tight relationship with your family. And if you have been feeling alone, maybe that's thrown you off a little bit, because we have, like I said, the Two of Cups. So you definitely feel one when you feel loved and when you feel whole. So the last thing I'm going to do, I've done this for every group so far, is we're going to pick out of my heart-shaped box, and I write in my free time, and I wrote some little affirmations and quotes for you guys. So we're just going to end your reading on a little affirmation. Those two wanted to come out, so I'm just gonna take them out. I think it was group 1, but I always do my readings when I'm picking cards. I believe that having as much integrity in the process as possible, that's really important to me. So when I pick cards and a few fall out, or that's why each reading is a little different. One of you guys might have 2 oracle cards, some of you guys may have less, and it's just however the cards fall. I just kind of believe like everything happens for a reason. So if there's more cards to pull, or if some naturally come out, that's how my process is. So just so you guys know, I know everybody has their different styles of picking cards. Okay, so our first message is, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up, you empaths out there. Don't be afraid to always hurt other people's feelings. Sometimes we need to say what we want, say what we desire. That's definitely important. And then express gratitude daily. So that's just a very special message. I have a feeling that you guys watching are already pretty good at that, because I feel that you guys just have a lot of emotional energy, a lot of empath energy. But also, it's just an important message to continually remind yourself that it's important to express gratitude, even though we might feel lonely sometimes or we might feel not at peace. But just expressing gratitude also helps your current state of mind. It helps bring you down to yourself. It kind of helps ground you, expressing gratitude. So yeah, that's really important. I randomly got the message of, ground yourself in nature. If you guys feel really connected to nature, I know I do, and that helps me. That could just mean going outside or touching a tree, grounding yourself by walking outside barefoot, putting your feet in a pool of water. I know it's winter right now, at least it's winter for me. But yeah, just kind of being outside more, even if that means just going for a walk. So anyway, group number 3, I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. I found it super powerful, super insightful. Just the healing messages that were going on in your reading were really beautiful and really powerful, and it just even made me feel very connected to this reading and to you guys. So I really hope that something resonates out of this reading. I'd love to hear in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!